Good day and welcome back to the Couch Coach. I'm your host Fazil Jacobs and my colourful co-host here, Irafaan Abrahams. How's it, funny?
Man.
You're getting all ready for the West Indies game there, I see, huh?
No use complaining and scaling about whatever happened before. We're going to look forward to what still lies ahead.
What did Uncle Bob say? Don't worry.
But just got to be happy. But remember the last time I told you I'm wearing the English cap? So
Sure.
I covered myself over there. And I think we're going to go according to the teams that we're going to be playing. So yeah, I'm going to go a bit airy here today.
We feel all
And
left out
we're
there.
gonna be
Okay, All
talking-
Blacks, All Blacks. All Black caps.
So, Faisal, I mean, a lot to speak about. I don't think anybody predicted the result, Bangladesh versus South
Oh,
Africa.
yeah, no.
I think
But it
your
shouldn't be a
word,
surprise.
your words were, they're the minnows. It's just a matter
Yeah.
of how much we're gonna beat them.
For sure. I'm
No
swallowing
team,
those.
no team playing in this year's World Cup don't deserve to be there.
Yeah.
And if you don't step up to the plate, to the crease per se, you're gonna be smashed. And that's what was shown.
Afghanistan nearly pulled one over Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for their bowlers.
Yeah, and I'm going to say, do not count out the Bangladeshis. They've been
No,
playing
yeah.
consistently. Shakib Hassan with his bowling and his batting price, he's going to be there. Mamadullah is over there. The wicket-keeper batsman, all of them can chip in.
Yeah.
And it's not just on a good day, they can play the game.
Look, let's not forget the last World Cup they did roll England.
Yeah,
This is the second time they knocked South Africa over.
yeah.
And I think it speaks a lot to the fact that that team has been fairly consistent over the last 4 years. And there's a lot of the players in this team that played in the...
Yeah, but I'm a bit worried now because that almost must keep on fasting because they were playing quiet in the fast.
Shawwal.
As Ramadan is finished now, and now I'm worried that if they're going to eat too much at lunchtime, they're not going to play the same. But they rolled South Africa. 14 runs is as good as losing by 200 runs. If you're not going to take your chances, and we all know that it's been a sickness within South African cricket. We do not play spin very well. We're not confident in playing spin. And if you don't set a large enough total, the Bangladeshis come mostly with you with spin variation. It's not going to happen, and it showed.
Good shot.
So Bangladesh has 2 points, South Africa, rock bottom, played 3, lost 3, 0 points.
The only other team behind them on the table is Afghanistan.
They're not even behind them. Afghanistan is one above
go
them
above that
because Afghanistan only played 2 games.
True, with the game in hand.
Yeah. So if we fast forward from that to the last game against India, it was always going to be a tough ask.
That was.
Now, I
That
want to
was.
be not only a Jamaican this evening, I'm also going to be a Jamaican psychologist. Okay? And if you want to have a
Google degree.
a Jamaican psychologist from Cape Town, then I have to take out my teeth. But I don't think the show is going to continue if I do that. But in any sport, you take it through any genre of sport, the psychological part of the game.
Big.
If you lose 2 games on a trot, South Africa has now lost 3 games on a trot. You can be whoever, but psychologically you're going to be doubting your own talent. You're going to be doubting your team's ability. You're going to be doubting the selectors. Did they select the correct team? The what ifs and all that is going to come in. And Faisal, the worst thing of all, you're going to get things that happen in the Indian game that's going to perpetuate itself. Miller, a dolly. Right? Faf at any other game, he'd have taken that catch. Those things change games.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, South Africa has to change they have to turn around their World Cup on their own. Nobody's going to be
gonna
doing
do it
that
for
for them. I don't know. Are they going to do a lie detector test on Dale Steyn? How do you spin that one?
Look, going back to what you said in the first show, it's kind of evident now that it was a gamble taking Dale. But personally, I thought the fact that he and Rabada came home early was more to do with them resting and they were faking an injury.
Yeah. Hello, professionals can't fake it.
And then I must
It's
put
a
it in
rehearsed
quotation.
fake. Yeah.
A second injury
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
same shoulder.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, is it really an injury? Is it? I'm not going to put
But
myself
you know what?
through
We
this
must
again,
be
but
counting our lucky stars that ICC allowed Steyn to go.
Yeah.
They could have done the hard bit and say, listen here, we want a second opinion.
But that being said now, so we got Buren Hendricks coming in.
Yeah.
Did you hear the news on Van der Dussen, our most consistent batsman
At the
today?
moment.
Yeah.
At the moment. Yeah, he's also injury. But you know what? The psychologists remember this evening. If it is going to be any niggle, you 3 losses down in a World Cup that you expected to do well in. You know, like a football game where you're being thumped by a team, you 4-0 down at halftime, and you maybe a form player. It's tough being out there, Faisal. The cameras are on you, the world is out there looking at you. So any niggle, you're going to take that opportunity to say, sorry, I'm injured. Let me, if we were pirates and we're sailing to the Caribbean, we'd be jumping shit by then, brother. So I'm feeling and I'm sensing this because remember, he's a young player making his way into the team. He's hit form. He's been the form player. But brother, as a professional, it's not liquor being out there, being messed around by other cricketers.
So, Dr. Fani from
I'm glad
Jamaica.
you've given me that title now. Yeah.
Throw into this mix and poor old Faf, who's been in the media more often than probably in the nets during this time. You throw into this mix AB de Villiers on the eve.
But before you get to AB quickly, I know we must start by A and then B, but let's start with Faf. At least he's been consistent. He's won, tossed 3 times, won 3 tosses. He's played 3, lost 3. Consistency, brother. Be it good or bad, he's consistent. So you must give him that. But one thing about him, he didn't shy behind the mediocre performance.
Yeah.
He
called
says,
it.
this is the time we have to show our true professionalism. We got to just bite the bullet. We got to change it ourselves. We got to believe in ourselves, and we need to take this forward. And he's right.
Yeah.
There's no use. There's no doubt about the pitch or the ball. That's why I brought this is actually the Australian ball where the sandpaper was used. Don't ask me how I got it. All I'm saying is I live in the Cape Flats. But yeah, let's leave that for another day. But I've got this one, and maybe I've got to post it to them and get the ICC for them to use the red ball instead of the white one. But moving forward, that AB de Villiers saga doesn't help the cause. You're going to see so much media attention. Media is going to be asking questions about why didn't you bring Themba Bavuma with? Mold him for the next World Cup. You're going to find everybody. But Faisal, would we be having the same conversation on this couch if it was that South Africa has won 3 games out of 3?
That being said, and being the optimist, I think there's a lot of positives we can take from the India game, right? The fact, and Kohli called it. It was tough batting out there. And we put up a fight. The fact that India had to graph so hard to get that low score.
Let me tell you, it was the best bowling display that the South African team had in a long time because they had to. It's difficult for any bowler to be as 100%, 150% consistent. You're going to bowl a bad ball.
Yes, sure.
It's going to be that's going to be the case. But I thought, didn't you also see that we have a Michelin Teletubby sponsored player in our team as well? I checked him out and I'm like, no, this can't be. Yes, maybe he's a Chinaman leg break bowler, but you need to be in lekker shape to go to the World Cup. And Shamsi, I actually want to know.
That's that fiancé of his has been cooking up a storm here.
I want to phone the family and say, how long did he pause? I want to know now because he's supposed to be losing. Wait, that doesn't argue well for any professional youngster wanting to take up the game.
Sure.
Hey? So,
but I do want to say, and I know you have a love affair with Morris, and I love the guy too. But if you can just keep stringing those bowling performances.
Just on a psychological level, no other level. We have that love for it. Psychological.
Okay.
So that's why I can speak.
I mean, in his 9th over, I think he only went for 26 runs.
Didn't we say in our very first show that there's this guy that he can change the game or he can break the game. But you got to stick with him and you got to believe in. He's a confidence player. If his confidence is up, brother, he can hit 100 or 40 balls.
Yeah.
He can take wickets out of nowhere,
But
and
I
we got to
also think
stick with
that-
him.
And also think the fact that he had such a good stint with the ball
Yeah.
sort of carried over onto the bat
Mm.
because obviously they were chasing.
Yeah.
They were
No.
chasing.
He gave South Africa score some respectability.
Yeah, that
And
40 of his.
when he
that
was
40
up, gave him the ball. He knew what he
Yeah.
needed to do. And I'm saying, if you remember, Sharma was dropped twice.
Yeah.
Had he been out at 5, I mean,
Completely
we
different
gave him
But
118
again,
runs.
but this is coming back to what I was saying, is there are positives we can take from the game against India. South Africa put up a fight.
You're sounding like me now, the psychologist. You want to take the take the last little bit of positivity out of it,
You
but
have to,
you know. But I
you
mean, I'm just saying we got a squad there now. I think moving forward that we must take all the negativity. AB de Villiers, I don't think we need to linger too much on that. I just feel no matter who you are, you're not bigger than the game. Cricket South Africa, they rolled over backwards, made backflips, and to try and keep him in the game for South Africa's sake. He turned around and he said, no, I'm comfortable. In one of these quotes, he says, it would be arrogant of me to want to turn back. So what does it say about his actions now?
Exactly.
I want people to go on to YouTube and read the open letter written by one of our local news reporters, Zaire Adams, and we writes an open letter.
Isn't he over there on the...
He writes an open letter to AB, and I think pertinent questions, and again, a point for another time. What's more important, the love for the game in your country or the financial side of things?
Yeah.
Where do we come on all this Colpack issues, players wanting leaving before the World Cup? We had top players leaving, signing Colpack deals. The World Cup was looming. They were a foot in already. But these are real aspects that you need to factor in when you're selecting your team. And as a true South African with Jamaican influence now, nodding here, is that you back the team that you pick.
Yeah.
And the players that we have in that team are good enough to be there. And we don't have to be couch coaches to only believe that. And that's what Faf says. His main focus now is to keep telling his players that you are one of the 15 best players in our country, and you've got to take that forward, and you've got to make the country proud.
Yeah. No, that's the truth. That is the truth. Look, the thing is, I think they can't get any worse than what they...
You think?
No, they can't get any worse than what they
You think?
results could be worse, but that is...
Maybe if I came in true regalia of Jamaica and, this happy plant that you can just, make everything come true. Maybe they're not going to believe it can't get any worse, but it can. But imagine the morale of that squad of players coming from the World Cup, not having won one game. What is that going to do for cricket in South Africa? That's something we got to look at.
For sure. We got to wrap this up for the first segment of the show. When we come back, I've got a surprise for us. We're going to have an Indian on the line. An Indian on the line and all.
It's never good speaking to an Indian when the game has already been won.
Well, look, it's going to be an interesting perspective. His number one team is India. His second team, his second love. And I know for a fact Ravi loves South Africa. He's number two. And we're going to get some of his perspectives on. So
I'm going to be interesting how you're going to introduce him to the Jamaican psychologist in the studio right now. But okay,
that's for part two. That's for part two. Please join us in a couple of moments. We got to pay some bills.
This is our moment in the sun. We've come a long way since the beginning. We've changed for the better. For us, it's more than respecting each other, it's about understanding each other. Seeing the world through each other's eyes. We will always try new things. We won't always get it right, but we will always try. We are all different, but it's our diversity that is our most powerful strength. each one of us gets the chance to bring something different. Our passion can rewrite our story. Our purpose is bigger than cricket. It's our responsibility to leave our country in a better place. The world needs to see what South Africa can be when we are one.
Welcome back to the show with our co-host here, Irafaan, Jamaican. Irafaan, the Jamaican psychologist.
Yeah, psychologist. Here we go.
Okay, as I said before the break, we got a special guest via WhatsApp call. Don't you just love tech?
Yeah, well, Faisal, that's about all we have.
Yeah. Budget.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get in a hold of a good friend of mine. I met him in Seattle a couple of years ago for work, and as it turns out, with most Indians, cricket is his religion. Well, one of, and I mean that with respect. And no, he's not a rugby player; he's a cricket player. You get your games right. Ravi played in the local Hyderabad league. He was an opening batsman, medium pacer. His current team is the leading team in the T20 tournament at the moment.
Titans.
Remember the Titans? Remember the Titans? Anyway, let's get Ravi on the line.
Yeah. So while we're getting Ravi on the line, it's going to be interesting getting his take on what he thinks the Indian chances are going through the tournament.
How's it, Ravi?
Good. How are you guys?
I'm all good. All good. And welcome to the Couch Coach.
Thank you for having me on the show.
I've got Irafaan Abrahams with me here, and I think he's got the first question for you.
Hi, Ravi, how are you doing?
Sure. I'm good, Irafaan. How are you?
I'm sure you're smiling from ear to ear because India thumped South Africa. So that's a...
Right. Yes. I was watching yesterday's. I watched yesterday West Indies and Australia. Because one, there's Indian interest to it. Second thing is, I was thinking about what kind of team would South Africa would pitch in against them.
Yeah.
That was something that was good.
Sorry to cut you both there. Just for our viewers here, to put this into perspective, Ravi's first love is India. His second love is South Africa.
Okay.
So he was in a bit of a predicament. We were chatting during that game, and as much as I was losing hope here for South Africa, it was nobody. Please keep it strong.
Ravi, just your take on everybody pins their hopes on one or two players in every team. Do you feel that the Indians have a balanced team in the sense that they don't need to only, depend on Kohli and maybe Bumrah in the bowling department, but they have a balanced team where they can bat deep into the team and can kind of rescue the team if they're in trouble early on? Do you feel confident enough that your team has what it takes to go all the way?
Yes, I believe, because you have to look at how the kind of people that are sitting out. If you see Dinesh Karthik, we all know what Dinesh can do on his day. You can remember that game against Bangladesh. India nearly lost it. I mean, in 9 balls, he brought up somewhere around 34, 37.
Yeah.
He can be awesome on any other day. Kedar Jadhav is another street smart cricketer. He's not somebody who will use the technique. He'll use all the angles of the bowler, pace of the bowler. He will play all unorthodox shots. I mean, you cannot plan, bowling to these guys, especially somebody like Dinesh or somebody like Kedar Jadhav, and you have somebody like Dhoni again, who can have off days, but he doesn't have those off days. So India bat deep, I think, in the batting department. And when it comes to bowling, Bhunesh is somebody who can swing the ball. He's a genuine swing bowler, and on his day, he can definitely, send ripples. And what Bhunesh does is, he actually holds one end tightened up, and that is where Bumrah becomes very effective. And I think they hunt in pair, but it just doesn't come out because Bumrah is is very unusual with his technique and a lot of pace on his side. So I think that even if Kohli fails, which happened the last time, Rohit stepped up. There's Shikhar Dhawan. So India has a balanced team this time.
I know Faisal is itching to get in, but I think something that we don't also realize is the pace that the Indian bowlers are actually, the pace bowlers are bowling at, and so we get so used to just the spin department where India is concerned, but the quicker bowlers are also showing that they can bowl at quite a brisk pace and also swing the ball at the same time. Don't you think this is a new input in the Indian team that's given them another dimension to the game as well?
Yes, I agree, because if you look at what happened with India and England, the recent test series that India had played there, I mean, batting was just all at sea. But when it came to bowling, bowling was pretty good. They were matching up. Bumrah was standing up. There was a time when Hardik Pandya stepped up. He bowled very well. And this is what I mean. Somebody like Hardik Pandya also brings in. He has pace. He's probably not somebody who will get the ball, swing the ball in and out. But he has that hard length. He's somebody like Jacques Kallis, if you so to speak, because he bowls a heavy ball. Like Jacques Kallis. You had somebody like Flintoff. These guys ball very heavy ball, and it's not easy to hit sixes or boundaries of those balls. So he's that kind of bowler. These kind of bowlers actually give India more edge than any other team.
Thanks for that, Ravi. I'm really enjoying your insight on the Indian team. On the Indian team. But I'm curious to know, how does South Africa get themselves out of this hole that they've been digging for themselves?
I mean, if you look at next game, I mean, we should. If you look at South Africa, I would say we should. Because I speak for South Africa as well. For South Africa. I would not risk Amla against West Indies fast bowlers, because he's already hit once in the helmet. It's happened twice already. So I would not risk Amla, although I have a high respect for somebody like him, because he's a very good batsman. But I would not put Amla on the line. Now, next match, what I would do is I will probably put Markram, because he's somebody who can take on the bowlers, and Markram would be a right choice. So if I were to pitch in batsman for tomorrow against West Indies, I'll put Markram on the line, because yes, he's somebody, and you have to give these guys exposure. If you keep saving them, by the time the tournament is over, so you put Markram. You actually put Markram and De Kock to open, and I would not send Faf up to number 3. I would actually put Faf little further down and send JP Duminy inside, because JP Duminy is again kind of batsman who can negotiate, tough fast bowling, and also we should remember that Duminy is somebody who can probably eat up that pressure from you. So if you look at somebody like, you look at the team that is Carlos Brathwaite, you look at all those bowlers who come in after the 10th over, he's somebody who can negotiate that. And there is not much of spin in West Indies team, and he can play in Spain as well. So I would want to see Faf. And then, who's this new gentleman? I don't get his name.
Van der Dussen. Rassie van der Dussen.
So he's Rassie van der Dussen. This guy is good, but he has to keep his head very level. He's a great batsman.
But how he plays. Ravi, I doubt it if he's going to be playing in the next game, because there's an injury cloud hanging over him.
Oh, that's terrible, because he's somebody who's batting well.
He's the leading run scorer for South Africa.
At the moment, in the tournament,
He threw away a wicket. Again, he's a very good batsman, but what I don't like about him is, if you look at the batting against India, it was atrocious. I mean, can you actually, what was he trying to do?
He's being South African, Ravi.
He's being South African and spin. That's spin at South Africa.
You were taking a risk against not just spinner, you had Dhoni behind you. Quick. I was just thinking, I was like, I was lost for a few seconds. I was like, did that really happen?
And being the psychologist today, the reason why I got my keys here, I knew Ravi was just going to say everything that I wanted to say. So I'm ready to take my car and get out of here, because you just needed Ravi to say whatever I wanted to say. Oh yeah, I predicted this whole thing in my keys. I mean, my keys are here. You know.
Okay, Ravi. Also, one last question before we end the call, because we only got a couple of more minutes left on the show. So with Steyn going home, Buren Hendricks coming in. I don't know how much you know of Buren Hendricks, and what do you think our bowling department needs to do? And also, I haven't seen anything in the papers yet. Maybe you know, in terms of the progress on Ngidi's hammy.
So, are they going to be fit? Any fitter? Both Ngidi and Rabada? Is there any news on them?
I think Rabada is fine. I haven't seen anything yet on Ngidi, but I know Buren Hendricks is most definitely.
Can I throw the cat amongst the pigeons over here? And I'm the psychologist, remember? I predicted what Ravi was going to say. My car keys was here. I'm ready to go. I'm going to say, and I'm just find out the finer detail, how many replacements the ICC allows. I don't think it's unlimited.
I think it's 3.
I won't be surprised if Van der Dussen and Ngidi also makes their way home. You're going to bring Vernon Philander in, and you're going to bring an extra batsman that's going to be coming. So that's what I'm saying.
Is Klaasen in the news? Is Klaasen doing any better?
Klaasen and Hendricks, I'm talking about Teresa Hendricks, Vernon Philander, they are all still training as we speak. They are next in line to come, so they haven't packed their bags for the summer break, so they can be called upon at any time. I don't know in which order, but all the players that are still in the mix, they can be called upon at any time.
Cool. And then Ravi, sorry, one last one.
If somebody has to
go. No, you finish. You go.
I'm sorry.
You go.
So I was saying, if somebody has to come in, I would pick Carlson because he has experience of playing in IPL. He has played different variety of spinners. Because you look at the matches that are going to come up. You're playing Afghanistan, who is a spinner dominant.
Oh yeah.
You have Rashid Khan. You have Nabi. And you look at Pakistan team also has a very good, genuine spinners. You look Sri Lankan team, they ball good spinners. So if I was to pick any replacement, I would pick spinner friendly. Okay, only for the West Indies, I would pitch in. I would not go with Amla. Amla is somebody I don't want to pitch. I would rest Amla against West Indies because I don't want to injure another batsman against West Indies because they're hitting everybody. They hit the helmet of who was hit yesterday. They hit Carey. They hit almost everybody.
Yeah. Body line all the way back.
Body line all the way back. What was it? Babylon Fire. Eh? Okay, listen, guys. We got 2 minutes left. So as we go through this, Ravi, your predictions for the game against the West Indies.
West Indies, I think if South Africa doesn't lose a wicket or loses maybe something like if they lose 2 wickets till 20th over, they have a good chance of putting up 200 and 250 to 280 to score that Australia posted. And yes, West Indies are vulnerable because they don't look to take singles. That is a vulnerability which has got exposed. I think South Africa, being a fielding dominant team out of all the teams that are there, they should make the advantage of it because not all West Indies players are swift movers when it comes to running between the wickets.
True.
Gale doesn't like to run. So these are the things which they would like to just, universal balls. All he wants to do is just hit. That's it.
But Ravi, tell Cotterill that with a fantastic catch he took.
Okay, Irfaan, your prediction.
I just feel that on Monday, come Monday, I do believe that we must give Amla a break. Even though they're going to say experience and I'll give him a break. I'll actually go, I'll counter Ravi and I'll say I'll pick Faf to open the batting. He's done that for the Chennai Super Kings as well, where he's taken on the pace. He bats better at the beginning of an innings when the team is under pressure, then come in the middle. I'll even push JP up to number 3 and not get him where the spin is concerned. Klaasen is not there at the moment. We're going to make do with what we have. Petrogwayo, we don't only have a soft underbelly, we don't have a confident middle order. Miller hasn't shown that he's got what it takes at the highest level now at the World Cup. At the moment, he hasn't given any confidence to the team. He's thrown his wicket away. Our bowling department, I think I'll drop Shamsi, keep Tahir, and bring Pretorius in, keep Morris in the team as well. And I say if we get West Indies, if West Indies are batting first and we get quick wickets and we get rid of Shy Hope, Chris Gayle is either going to come in and he's going to hit you for a big score, or he's going to lose his wicket. So you're never going to know. Our lines are going to be important, but I think we stand a good chance of turning our Cricket World Cup around. And I'm forever the optimist. And being a Jamaican psychologist, I feel that the West Indies can take a lot out of their loss, but they are also very vulnerable if they're up against it. I think South Africa has to go in there with a strong heart, a strong mind, and a strong willpower. That's strong 3 times, and that's not the strong suite, but I think they just got to do it, and I think they can make it happen.
2 things. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Thank you. We're all out of time. Again, I did this at the last show. My message to South Africa: remember the no hope situation. 438. You guys set the world record. Winning 6 games on the trot is not impossible. Thank you very much, guys. And remember, you can catch us live on channel 509 on Starsat, www.tv2africa.com. Do a search for The Couch Coach, or catch us on our YouTube channel, The Couch Coach and Armchair Selector. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next week.